Hi and welcome to our channel. We are Beacon Paws and this is Lou. And I am Thomas. We also have two dogs, Bobby and Benito. So in this video I will talk about what clicker training is and how to start with clicker training. And this is Lou that's going around exploring my clothes. She loves that. Just so you know, I'm not a professional trainer. I just love to train my animals. As a kid, I never liked how people were punishing animals when they were not doing what they told them to do. So I saw this in the stable with horses, and I saw it with dogs and cats in the neighborhood. What is clicker training? Clicker training is a positive reinforcement training method that is based on reinforcing a desired behavior, the behavior you desire your animal to do, through provided stimulus. So, in other words, I use a conditioned reinforcer as a clicker or a word like good, and then I mark with a clicker or the word when the animal is doing the behavior that I like them to do, and then I treat them. A demonstration. Come. Good. Now I said good. So it could be like this. Come. So then I was just using the clicker. Or I could do go. She's eating. Now I was using the clicker again. I'm going to put it down. Come. Bra. So bra in Norwegian is good. So I use that when I don't have a clicker, and I use a clicker. So we want our animal, being a dog, being a cat, a horse, or in this case a parrot, to associate the following. A click means a treat. And the click actually means that the animal is doing the behavior that I'm asking for. So I'm clicking and then I'm rewarding with a treat. You can use a word to mark when your animal is doing the behavior that you're asking for. Such as good, or as I say in Norwegian, bra. But the clicker is more precise because it's always the same sound. This little thing always have the same sound. A word, I could say good or good. And it's super important to say that this is a training method that is purely positive and not, oh, she wants to see what this is. And a non-forced training method. Later on, we're going to see how to start with clicker training, but first a short introduction, how to train new behaviors with clicker training. 3 ways of training a new behavior with clicker training is capturing, free shaping, and luring. Capturing. Click for a behavior the animal offers naturally and then reinforce it. You catch the animal in doing a behavior and then you reinforce that behavior or treat it. Examples of behaviors you can capture: eye contact, when your parrot flies to you, head movement, when your dog barks, when your bird sits on the perch, or when it's quiet. Free shaping. Teach the animals to think for themselves because we want the animal to initiate a behavior. We break down the training in small steps towards a goal. So last, luring. We use a target that could be a stick or a finger. I use a chopstick to move the animal in the desired movement or to a certain position. It can be difficult to remove this lure, so this should be done as soon as possible. For parrots, target training is perfect, especially if you have a bird that bites or is not comfortable with your hands. Then you can use a chopstick as a bridge between you. The first step is to teach our pet to associate the clicker or your rewarding word with a treat. The way, so when Lou is paying attention to me, I click and then I reward. To make, you could say that you're bridging these things together or making a connection. So I give her millet seeds as a treat. You will have to know your parrot or your bird or your dog or your cat to know what they are willing to work for. So if you, for example, have a dog that loves to play, it just loves this one toy, then you make that as a reward. You ask for a behavior they're offering you the behavior, and then you reward them with the best thing they know. This depends on the situation because, for example, with my dogs, when I'm outside and we're passing dogs and I want them to pay attention to me, I have a really high value treat. They love meat, so I have that with me. But with other things, when there are no distractions, like when I want them to sit or lay down or learn a new trick, roll over, then I maybe not have that high value treat, but I have something that they love or like, but that they're not willing to do anything for it. Because we're inside, it's easier. Hi there. Are you biting on my toes? She was down here like nipping on my toes. So, as I said, first step is to teach your pet to associate the clicker with a treat. Come on. Oh, she's not. Come. Good. So, I'm just having your attention. If your animal is new to this, you just want them to have your attention, and then you click. With time, they will understand that a click means a treat. But it's important to first click, then we pause, and then we give the food. So I don't do it as one movement. So I click, I go for the treat, and I give her the treat. So they are individual steps. First click, pause, then feed. Now we're building a connection between the click. Now she wants to do salto, salto. Now we're building a connection between the click, or the word, and the reward. So and we have to reinforce this. We have to do it over and over again and make sure that they understand that the click means that they're doing good. And she's doing it. And, oh, the treat fell down. And she's just like, where's my treat? So it's important that this is purely positive, as I said. And she really wants to see what's outside of that window. She's sitting on my iPad. I'm recording with my iPad, and she's sitting upon it, preening herself and watching out of the window. One of the first things we could teach our animal is to do step up, and we could do that with clicker training. We also can call this clicker training even though you're just using a word. The principles are the same. We use something to mark the desired behavior, and then we treat when they're doing the behavior that we're asking for. Come on, you're not going in the camera, right? So she knows this. So I'm just going to click her to step up. So she knows this from long distances. So this is easy with her, but it wasn't in the beginning. If you're afraid of your bird biting you, for example, now I'm just rewarding her for sitting here. So good, because I want you to see how beautiful she is. So if you have a bird that you're afraid that it's going to bite or something, because maybe it's not that tame, or it's a bird that's scared, or just have a tendency to bite of some reason, then it's really useful to use target training. But before you have this target training, you could also do a step up, trying to lure the animal. So, where did she go? So what you could do, for example, if your bird is standing here on the perch, and if it doesn't want to step, or if it just like want to bite your hand, or whatever happens, you could try to, for example, I have these millets in my hand. You could have the plant, and then you could give it to them. For example, you could have this with millet. I never do this with Lou because I can't control how much she's eating, and she's just going to be crazy about that. I want to have control training, and with one treat, and then we could do another thing, and etc. You know, oh, she really wants this. So, if your bird can't step up, and you want them to step up, and it's afraid, you could try, first of all, so maybe it's more willing to come. And in the beginning, if it's not coming, you have to reward that they're like trying to get it. Now she's eating. You see that? She get a lot. So then I try. She's just coming. Good. I forgot to reward her. But if she's just like leaning towards it, I will do that. It's difficult to show you with her because she now knows it. And the thing about this is that you're going to get a mess, so you have to vacuum clean later on. But that's why I have new lids like this. When you're teaching the step up, you start close. And if your bird is really hesitant, it doesn't want to do it, you just do like this. Or the other way that I showed you with the whole minute. You do it over and over again. And in the beginning, it could just be 30 seconds, 1 minute. You do it twice a day, once a day, every day, or every second day. You just need a minute. And with time. And with time, you can increase the distance. So I can go further back. But remember that if your pet fails, if your bird or your dog, your cat fails in doing something, we don't punish them. This is super important. This is just going to ruin your relationship, and most likely they are not going to offer you that kind of behaviors again. Or they don't want to be near you, or they don't want to interact with your hands, which we want with our birds. Come. So this was an example of increasing the distance. Oh, she really wants to train, but she's not understanding that we're making a video for YouTube. Oh. Okay. Salto. That was the command. Good. So remember that if your pet fails, go back a step or switch to behavior or trick that they know, so that they feel that they are managing to do anything, or they feel like successful. So please let us know what you think about the video, what you think about what we have been talking about today, and feel free to share it, and I would really appreciate if you share this. And if you have any doubts about the training, please let me know, and I'll be more than happy to help you. Check us out on Instagram, beak.and.pause, beak and pause. Cool.